Okay, I'd like to call to order the regular council meeting of September 14th, 2015. Mr. Spagnol, would you please call the roll?
Colella.
Here.
Dixon.
Here.
Gibbons.
Here.
Hannon.
Present.
Harrison.
Present.
McLean.
Here.
Mowry.
Here.
O'Brien.
Present.
Pape.
8 members are present. At this time, can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to turn to the chair announcements. Executive session was held on Monday, August 24th, to discuss police personnel and legal items. On September 10th, 2014, police interviews and personnel matters. And tonight, before we came out, September 14th, police interviews and personnel matters. At this time, we turn to the reports of the officials in our library.
Mr. Murray.
Oh, excuse me.
That's 2015 that we...
Yeah, 2015, and I have one more announcement on the executive sessions, by the way. I have one more announcement for those of you who are here this evening. Under general policy and finance, council has removed items A, B, C, and D, hiring of new police officers. We'll be doing that in coming month or so. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Christine. I am the director of Your Public Library, where we provide services to inform, inspire, and enrich the community. There are so many programs going on. I've had a hard time picking out a few, but on Thursday, September 17th at 7 p.m., we have 3D Printing and the Future of Manufacturing presented by Aaron Hartman of Steel City 3D Printing. This will be a short lecture and demonstration. It's kind of a beginner's guide to getting started with 3D printing and how 3D printing is revolutionizing our manufacturing sector. On Tuesday, September 22nd at 7 p.m., How to Pay for College, presented by Kim McCurdy, a higher education access partner for FIA. This presentation will cover information on the financial aid application process, what types of aid might be available for students, and strategies to start thinking about affordability before your student gets ready to apply for post-secondary education. All parents with any grade level high school student are encouraged to attend. And then on Saturday, September 26th, the library is hosting a birthday party for ourselves. The library turned 60 this year. So you can drop by throughout the day. I know in the morning we're having coffee and bagels sponsored by Brugger's. And then in the afternoon we are having cake, but you can drop by throughout the day for games, contests, and more. It's for all ages. Then on Monday, September 28th at 7 p.m., we're hosting a program called Inquire Within. If you are getting ready to apply for a first job as a teenager, you can come and practice filling out a real job application, discuss common interview questions, and learn what you should and should not wear when meeting your prospective boss. Also, Beth will go over some of the PA child labor laws and how to apply for a work permit. This program is for grades 7 and up. And on Thursday, October 1st at 7 p.m., Rob will be teaching a Google Drive class where you can learn how to create your own free cloud with Google. He will cover setting up an account, storing your files, and using Google Docs. Space is very limited for this, so we ask that you do register. And a fundraising event coming up. Ladies, listen up. The library will be hosting a purse bash on Friday, November 20th from 7 to 10 p.m. at the community center. $25 includes soft drinks and snacks, and then of course we have a purse drawing every 15 minutes. We have Dooney and Burke, Patricia Nash, Michael Kors, Coach Brahman, and several others. There'll also be a 50-50 and basket raffles, and tickets are available or will be available at the library beginning the first week of October. So that is all I have.
Thank you very much. Any discussion from council? Thank you very much. Can we turn to the Police Chief's report and Chief O'Connor?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Good evening, everyone. Chief O'Connor here. We have coming up this Saturday, the 19th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Bethel Park High School, our Public Safety Fun Day. This will be held in conjunction with Mount Lebanon Police Department. Events will include a bike rodeo for the kids, bounce houses, and a distracted driving simulator. This is a free event, so we're encouraging everyone to turn out for this, and a good time will be had by all. Moving on, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. In memory of this, the Bethel Park Police Department is holding a donation drive to help local shelters for victims of domestic violence. We need donations to support the shelters and traditional housing units. All donations are appreciated, but some things cannot be accepted. If you check out our website, under crime prevention, there's a list of needed items, or check out our Facebook page. Drop-off locations will be the community center, municipal building, and police department throughout the month of October. And finally, our Crime Watch meetings will resume the first Monday of each month, 6:30 p.m. at the community center. That's all I have for this month. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Chief Gerber.
Good evening. My name is Dave Gerber. I'm the fire chief here in Bethel Park. For the month of, August, the Bethel Park Volunteer Fire Department ran 38 calls. We had 10 structure fires. It was a busy month, but that was both in town and out of town. 1 vehicle fire, 2 mulch fires, 2 transformer fires, 4 natural gas calls, 2 gasoline spills, 11 fire alarms, 5 CO alarms, and 1 gas detector, for a total of 38 total fire calls for the month. But before I left home tonight, my wife asked me what I was going to mention up here tonight, and I said, I got to look at my report. And she said, it's about time to mention to everybody about open burning laws. It's that time of the year where, and I bring this up several times a year, the laws for open burning, having a campfire in your backyard. Those fire pits are a big thing anymore. I know we have one in our backyard. Just to go over some quick rules and stuff for you from the Allegheny County Health Department. No material other than clean wood, propane, or natural gas may be open burned except for commercially available fire logs, paraffin logs, wooden pallets, paper or commercial smokeless fire starters. In order to start a fire, charcoal for the preparation of food only. The fire should be no larger than 3 feet wide by 3 feet long and 2 feet high. That would include, don't be burning in a barrel. I know a lot of people try and get rid of leaves and stuff this time of year. That's a no-no. Try not to smoke out your neighbors and stuff with that. And the fires must also be at least 15 feet from the nearest dwelling or inhabited area, including property line, roadways, sidewalks, and public access areas. I think we're going to try and get, if we don't already have it up online on our website, the list of the Allegheny County Health Department put out a fact sheet with the rules and stuff about that. So if you were interested, check in the next couple of days. We will get that. If it's not up already, we will have that up for you on our website. Also, it's getting, unfortunately, it's a little bit chilly lately. It went from being 90 degrees last week to all of a sudden it was 55, like in a matter of a couple hours while I was at work. Unfortunately, it is getting to be that time of year. Things are starting to get chilly. It's time to start thinking about getting your chimneys cleaned out and ready if you have a fireplace, wood burner, or anything like that in your home. If you haven't done it, you should do it yearly. Have it checked out. Chimney sweep will come in, clean your chimney out, take a good look, make sure there's no problems in the liner or anything to make things safe. So we would not have to come and see you when you have a problem with your chimney and it's on fire. So also, donations this year. Our second mailing has been out for a month or so now, I do believe. We're always looking for donations. Remember, your donations still pay for fire trucks and equipment and everything that we use. That is not paid for by the tax money that you're paying. So if you can and are still able to donate, we would greatly appreciate donations. You can donate directly online at BethelParkVFC.com. You can always call, leave us a message if you have any questions or anything about that over at the station. 412-835-1127 is the phone number over there. And the last thing that I got for you is the building, the new fire station going up down on Brightwood Road. If you haven't seen it in the last 2 months or so, it's made a drastic change from that muddy hole to now there's a lot of steel and it actually looks like a building. Walls should be going up, I believe, in the next 2 months or so. Things look good. I know I sit down there normally every day at lunchtime, gets me out of the shop and stuff for a little while, and watch them. They're working like crazy down there, and we're very, very excited. Can't wait to get in there in the next, late spring of next year. So with that, that's all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
Any questions from council? Hearing none, thank you very much. If we can turn to the mayor's report, and Mayor Allen. And just a quick note on the open burning ordinance, since the county's changed it. We'll have something along with the fire department in the Winter Chronicles outlining it. We had talked about adjusting our ordinance a year or so ago, and I know I got a lot of interest from the community, so the county redid it, so we'll have an update in the Bethel Park Chronicle Winter Edition. Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, I have a few items tonight. The first one is our Community Day that we had this past Saturday. Unfortunately, the parade was rained out. However, with Chuck and Kathy, Michelle, Heather, Marianne, and the rest of the group, it turned out to be a fairly busy day. It quit raining at 10, started again at 3, so we did have 5 good hours, and it was crowded. Secondly, which I really hate to announce, it's flu shot time. We actually have 2 areas for flu shots. Tuesday, October 13th, between 12 and 4, at the community center. EMS is sponsoring a flu shot clinic over there. And then State Representative Rick Saccone, he's offering flu shots October 8th from 9 to 12. That's in his Jefferson Hills office, but that's good until supplies run out. And speaking of the fall also, we start our leaf collection October 12th, runs for 6 weeks. It'll go from October 12th to November 20th. Paper bags only that could be purchased locally. Plastic bags will not be picked up. And finally, Brightwood Road, the construction started last Tuesday. It looks like the milling is all done. And they told us, the county told us it would be done in 3 weeks, so we just have 2 more weeks left, and you have a new beautiful road over there.
I think it's smoother today than it was 3 weeks ago.
You know what? I actually drive on it now because Jean's shaking her head no. Is it 2 weeks? Okay, well, use a while. At least it's smoother now. So, and that's my report.
Thank you very much, Mayor.
You didn't tell me.
You're not done.
No, I'm not. Come on, we're going to talk. I know this has to do with BP7. So come on up.
I'll be very quick. That's okay. I just wanted to let everybody know that the fundraising committee met the end of July, and it was 1 year from our first meeting. And when we met the first time, we were just hovering around $5,000 towards our bank, which is $10,000 before we can start actually getting money in for scholarships. And at the July meeting, we went over bank. We made $10,753, and now anything that we earn and raise will go directly to people who apply for scholarships, which I'm very, very happy about. We have 2 events coming up in October. One is a fundraiser, and that's the Zombie Walk. It's going to be October 24th at 4 p.m. We'll meet at the high school, and there'll be refreshments, and it's a good time. There are fees to join that, and we're looking for sponsorship. The second thing we're doing is a Halloween parade, and that's going to be on Saturday, October 31st. At 11 a.m., it'll start forming here at the municipal building outside in the parking lot, and we hope that a lot of people show up. It's going to be, you know, a really nice little parade. It's not going to be real big this year, I don't think, because it's new. But it'll be from the municipal building down to the high school. There's no entry fees. You just show up in your costumes. And if there's people out there in the community, because I know we have a lot of Halloween people who love the season, if there's volunteers who would like to come and help with any of these, with ideas, promotions, organizing, please contact Cable TV office, and we'd be glad to have your help. Information on both of these can be found on the website and on Facebook, and we look forward to seeing all of you involved in that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Zombie Walk you had last year, correct?
Yes.
So it's a second?
This is the second one. Halloween Parade, I think, is the first we've ever had.
Okay. Okay. And
If for Mr. O'Brien's benefit, is there an age limit for the Halloween parade?
No.
You're going to be sorry you said that.
thank you, Mr. Meyer.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, can we turn to the approval of minutes? And Mr. Hannon.
First one is the approval of minutes of the regular meeting of August 10th, 2015. I move we approve the regular council meeting minutes of August 10th, 2015.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we approve the regular council meeting minutes of October 10th, 2015. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Spagna, would you please call the roll?
Colella,
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes. Motion passes 8-0. Mr. Hannon.
Next is the minutes of the special meeting of August 24th, 2015. Move that we approve the special meeting minutes of August 24th, 2015. Cool Springs Assisted Living application number 2015-0267, Major Land Development.
Second.
There is a motion and a second that we approve the special meeting minutes of August 24th, 2015. Cool Springs Assisted Living, application number 2015-0267, Major Land Development. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Spagna, would you please call the roll?
Dixon.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. This time I'd like to turn to the approval of the bills and payrolls, and Mr. Hannon.
I move that we approve the bills and payrolls of the municipality per bill list number 091415, the amount of $1,603,549.83.
Second.
There is a motion and a second that we approve the bills and payrolls for the municipality per bill list number 091415 and the amount of $1,603,549.83. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Spagna, would you please call the roll?
Gibbons.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes. Motion passes 8-0. This time, or Mr. Hannon? Anything else? Have no additional items? At this time, we'll turn to the resident comment section from non-agenda items. If you could step up to the microphone, state your name and address, and you have a 3-minute limit. At the end of 2 minutes, we'll signify, and we'll ask you to conclude your comments.
I'm Richard Chongway, residing at 5027 Belmont Avenue. I'd like to ask if anybody in council or the police department responded to a letter in the almanac from Ann Slowly regarding a prisoner in her own house. She's concerned about deer, and apparently she has contacted this municipality before she wrote the article. Again, I ask Mr. Spagnol if there is a deer management program in Bethel Park. He mentioned there was one for 2014 that carried over to 2015, but I haven't had a response. I haven't seen anything in writing. I haven't seen anything regarding this plan. Mr. Harrison, Councilman Harrison, had an article in the almanac regarding killing 60 deer per year. That's just a number. That's not a plan. I understand recently, roadkill, there was 25 deer picked up in Bethel Park. Apparently we don't have a problem, but we have 25 roadkill deer. Is there a plan, Mr. Spagnol? You don't have to answer now. I wrote you about 3 months ago asking that. Perhaps you can write back sometime. I believe someone referred to the future of Bethel Park. An article in the paper today regarding the future of Oakmont. It's a very nice community. They have an active railroad line running through the middle of Oakmont. Is there a future plan for Bethel Park? If there is, perhaps Mr. Spagnol can have a coffee and donut session and discuss the future of Bethel Park. I haven't heard anything regarding a master plan or anything about that. The other comment, as a hunter, archery hunter, with a 2B license, is there some area in Bethel Park that I may hunt legally? You don't have to answer that. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Are there any other residents who'd like to speak? Hearing none, can we turn to general policy and finance and Mr. McLean?
Thank you, Mr. President. In light of the revisions to the agenda for this evening, we have no items under general policy and finance.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. Are there any additional items? I just have three quick announcements. Number one is that we received the preliminary municipal budget in our mail, I believe, the 1st of September. Number one, there's no proposed millage increase for the operations of the municipality. Number two is the sewer rates. There is a projected increase, primarily driven by Alcosan, a third of Bethel Park. 30% of Bethel Park falls in the Alcosan watershed. They have had some significant increases over the last few years, so we may need to balance the budget. We may need to increase taxes, or sewer bills, sewer rates. Council hasn't met yet. I would encourage council members, if they have any questions or issues or anything prior to our next committee meeting, to talk to the appropriate staff member to discuss. The next item we talked about last month, we received a preliminary plan for a new public works facility. As I mentioned last month, we had an evaluation of the existing facility done to determine whether it made sense, more economical sense, to either build new or renovate. I think I announced that the initial plan was around $10 million. Council said no. We sent it back to the architect and asked him to scale it back and look to where for areas we can be maybe more efficient. So stay tuned for that. Any other discussion? Hearing none, can we turn to planning and zoning and Mr. Dixon?
Mr. President, we have one item under planning and zoning tonight. Application number 2015-0356, Cool Springs Carriage Homes Lot 1B, Major Land Development. I move that we approve application number 2015-0356, Cool Springs Carriage Homes Lot 1B, Major Land Development, Cool Springs Drive, Rolling Lambert Building Company, applicant, in accordance with the municipal planner's correspondence dated August 19th, 2015.
There is a motion and second that we approve application number 2015-0356, Cool Springs Carriage Homes, Lot 1B, Major Land Development, Cool Springs Drive, Rolling Lambert Building Company, applicant, in accordance with municipal planner's correspondence dated August 19th, 2015. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Spagno, would you please call the roll?
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Lowry.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Mr. Dixon.
Mr. President, that's all I have under planning and zoning.
Thank you, Mr. Dixon. Are there any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to health, safety, and welfare? And Mr. O'Brien.
Mr. Meyer, there are no items under health, safety, and welfare tonight.
Are there any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to public works and maintenance and Ms. Gibbons?
No items under public works and maintenance.
Thank you, Ms. Gibbons. Are there any additional items? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Good night, everyone.